Welcome back to Cosmeholics Anonymous. I am your favorite baby mama, Bougie Vintage, and today I'm working on stuff for my baby shower. The first thing you're gonna need to do is draw out your ear, or your ears, and your unicorn horn. Now my house sucks and I cannot find a sharpened pencil to save my life, so I am gonna be winging this with a Sharpie. It is what it is. I am making two different sizes of ears because I have two different size bags. We're gonna do the outer ear like this, and then just come back down on the other side. This actually might be a little wide, so when I'm cutting it out, I'm gonna cut on the inside of it. The inner ear, this big, so inside, outside. Now this is for the big bag. For the little bag, so the ears are pretty straightforward. By the end, you should have something that looks like that. And then you can go ahead and cut those out. I'll do that in a second. This is just your template. This is not going to go on the actual bag. So now with the unicorn horn, it is a little bit more complicated. First things first, you want to draw a cone shape. This is actually why you need a pencil, because you have to then draw it like this. And you want to get rounded . You want the edges of it to be round. So I'm just going to use my permanent marker to draw the round edges, and then we'll cut based on that. And then these ones should be going down like this. Okay. So that's basically your unicorn horn. So this will be for the large bag. You want to recreate this exact same design for the smaller bag. So of course you don't want it to be as large. You can make it a lot skinnier. So once you have everything drawn out, you can go ahead and cut. So you want to make sure that your inner ear isn't too large for your outer ear, and they're measuring pretty decent, but they're shaped funny, so I'm just gonna tweak this a little bit. So we have our 3 ears. Anytime you're making an inner ear, you should be cutting this one in pink or blue or gold, whatever color you want to cut that in. And then for the outer ear should be white to match the bag. Now this is the smaller unicorn horn. Okay, so now we have both sizes of our unicorn horns. We have our outer ear, our inner ear, and our second inner ear. So what you will need for this project are little white paper bags, just like these. I got everything pretty much from Michael's and the dollar store. This is the larger size. You will need flowers of some sort. You can either get these kind of flowers, or these. These ones are a lot more expensive and I would probably not grab these from Michael's. These ones, you can try to find them at the dollar store. Depending on how good your dollar store is, you might not be able to. But this bouquet alone was $12.99 Canadian, which I was just like, yeah, I don't love my baby shower gifts that much. You're going to need gold paper. This is going to be your unicorn horn. So with this gold paper, depending on how many bags you're making, you could just buy these, or if you're making a lot more bags, then you can buy a roll like this. I prefer these because they're a little bit sturdier. I want to grab this to stuff the bags with. I also bought this holographic vinyl because I want to be able to differentiate which bags are unisex, and which bags are just for females or women based on my gifts. I also purchased some sheeted pearl. So basically this is like a sticky thing and I'm gonna use it with the flowers. And of course some good old-fashioned gems. These will also be used to decorate the bag with the flowers. You will need a permanent marker of some sort. This is to draw the eyelashes on the bag. You will need tissue paper. This is to stuff the bag. You will need pink construction paper or pink paper, whatever you can find. This is actually wrapping paper, but it sucks, so I'm gonna use it for this. And a glue gun, and of course hot glue sticks. Oh, and of course white paper too. Because I have 13 of the little bags, I am going to cut out 26 of these. This is where a pencil would definitely come in handy. I have managed to find a pencil. So as you see, I have folded my paper in half. That way when I'm cutting, I'm getting 2 at a time. And that way I only have to trace this out 13 times instead of 26. And so one sheet of paper will give me 6 ears. Your other alternative is to just stuff this paper right here. Okay, so 6 times 4 is 24. So I folded 4 sheets of paper into the first sheet, and we're just gonna cut them all out at the same time, save ourselves some trouble. You definitely wanna have super sharp scissors for this. So you can open it like this and just cut right across the fold line. It actually makes it easier to do it that way. So you're gonna repeat that process with the inner ear, except you're gonna get way more out of it. So you actually have to do this twice with the inner ear. You're gonna do it once on the pink paper if you're making 2 different bags, and then you're gonna do it once on this paper. So once we have that, we can move on to the pink paper, which is the inner ears. I'm going to trace it on the, I'm going to trace the ears on the back side, on the white side, and then cut out what I need to cut out. I'm just trying to make this easier for myself. I don't want to work with this long ass piece of paper, so I just wanted to measure out how large the white paper is on this. We're going to trace the inner ears on here. I've traced 5 inner ears onto the pink paper. And because I'm using wrapping paper, I have to put a weight on them just to hold them flat. And so your inner ears should look like this. This is the most tedious part of the whole entire thing, the tracing and the cutting. Once you have everything cut out, it's really easy to fling the bag together. So now we're gonna cut out our lovely unicorn horn. And we're gonna be cutting it out on this. However, you wanna trace it on the back. So you're gonna flip your card over, you wanna line it up. This one's a little bit more tedious because you have to literally trace out every single one. So I have to trace this out 13 times. And make sure when you're drawing out the ones on the bottom, you leave a wide enough space so that you can cut out some up top as well. Just so you guys can see a little bit better, I am going to trace this in black. This is what your horn looks like on paper. So this is what it looks like on this side, and it's super flat. And so to get it to look like this, I will show you how to do that once we start gluing. But I'm gonna put together a bag so that we can end this video, because I obviously cannot make all of these bags on camera. It's gonna take way too many hours, and I must protect my floor at all costs. So for preparation, you're going to need a plain bag. You're going to need 2 of your outer ears, the largest ones. You're going to need 2 of your inner ears, the medium-sized pink ones. You're going to need your unicorn horn, a glue gun. You're going to need some glitter. You're going to need a permanent marker. We'll get into the gems and the beads after. So your first step is going to be to construct your ears. You want to glue this ear, or the inner ear, to the outer ear. Now this would probably be better and safer with a glue stick if you have glue sticks available, but I don't have any available, so we're just gonna do it this way. You're going to fold this corner down and glue it shut, and you're gonna repeat that with this corner as well. That's one ear. Both of our ears, we're gonna put these to the side. We're gonna put these to the side, and we're gonna work on our unicorn horn. And so, as you see on the back, it's like this, which is not flat. It doesn't look so flat. It looks kind of 3-dimensional, or at least 2-dimensional. And so now, you're going to draw with the glue and sprinkle some glitter on it. You can do this on the edges as well. And so I'm only going to do the one side of it. I'm not going to do this side as well. No reason in particular. I think I'm satisfied with the way it looks like this. And so now we can actually construct the bag. So first things first, we're going to apply our horn, which is going to go right here. Some glue right here. Grab this, stick it on, press firmly. Then of course we're going to stick our ears on. You can choose to stick your ears on the inside of the bag or the outside. It doesn't really matter because you're going to be applying flowers, so you can cover up the bottom of the ear. I think I prefer to stick it on the outside of the bag. And I kind of messed up this ear because I flattened it a little too much. It should actually be more popped out like this, so it's a bit more 3D. but it's totally fine. It's my first bag. And then the fun part is, of course, adding the flowers and stuff. So the flowers are pretty random. You just stick them any which way you like. So now you want to break out your gems and your pearls. You want to use assorted gem sizes. This box I got at Michael's, and there's a bunch of different sizes in there, and they're pretty much iridescent. I didn't want to get the plain flat silver ones, so I got the ones that had a little bit of color to them. So you're going to take your gems and your pearls, and you're going to stick them to the center of the flowers. So you're gonna draw your eyelashes onto the bag. I'm sorry, I didn't film that part because I wasn't thinking, but I drew it in pencil first and then I went over it with the marker. It's really pretty straightforward. You just draw some eyes looking downward or closed. And then you're gonna put some of your crinkle paper in the bag. And so your finished product should look something like this. I got the gold wrapping paper from the dollar store and I just stuffed it behind or inside of the bag. I also put some crinkle pink paper in there, but this is the finished product and I'm really satisfied with it. I'm gonna get some other flowers so that I can have different colored flowers with the unicorn stuff. But this is it. I hope you guys liked it. This bag took me, I don't even know how many hours. About 2 hours to do one bag, but it's my first time doing it, so. I'll link the tutorial that I followed or that I watched earlier in the description box so you guys can see how hers turned out. But yeah, this is pretty much it.